Hey guys, it's Lizette from Crochet Designs, and I'm going to show you how to make this little bunny. This is a boot cuff I came up with for Easter, and it's supposed to show like if the bunny is in the grass and kind of popping out of your boot, as you can see in the photos I showed before. This part, the green part, is all on my blog. I'm going to list that in the description below. So once you get the entire green part done, you'll be at this point, and the bunny's gonna go right in here. So these are the little shell stitches, which is supposed to look like grass, and then the bunny will go there, like that. I did use little 6mm safety eyes, which are, you know, they have a backing, but I tried them on, and because you're wearing, you know, pants or whatever under, you don't feel that on you. I didn't try it without, so I don't see a problem with the safety eyes. You can also do it without and just have a bunny that either has no eyes and just a little nose, or you can sew them on. This is actually done in one continuous stitching. There's no, you know, separate pieces made and then sewn together. That was my whole goal with this, because I'm very like anti-assembly whenever possible. I know you have to sometimes, but for this, at this point, you're just gonna switch to white yarn, and you don't stop until the bunny is completely done. You won't need this thing. All right, this is the part of the pattern where it now says switch to white yarn. So I just did my last slip stitch of green, and I'm gonna switch to the white. All right, so my next stitch is here. I did a slip stitch in there. Next stitch here, I'm gonna grab my white yarn, and it says to single crochet in the next 6 stitches. So I have my 2 tail ends. I like to do one little knot, and then I'm gonna crochet over those as I go, so I don't have to weave them in. So here's 1 single crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So it ended right where this last row of green began. So I'm going to cut those ends. Since this is going to be a pretty long video, to help you if you kind of start and don't finish, in the description I'm going to have links with the time stamp on it. So for example, let's say you got up to, you know, the point where you made the head, but you didn't do the hands yet. I'll have the word, you know, the section that says hands, and when you click on that, it'll bring you to where I start showing you how to do the hands, you know, the ears, etc. That way you can pick up where you left off a little easier. All right, next the pattern says to chain 1 and turn. So chain 1, turn. So now I'm looking at the wrong side, and I'm gonna half double crochet in the first one. And let me show you that closer. So I did my chain, I turned, half double crochet in the first stitch here, double crochet in the next one, triple crochet in the next 2, double crochet in the next, and half double crochet in the last one, which is actually green because that's where you switch to the white. Okay, so now you formed the head of the bunny. Okay, next you're gonna slip stitch into the same stitch as the half double crochet we just did. So we put that right in there. We're gonna slip stitch into that. And then we're gonna slip stitch one space to the left. So here's where we are. We're gonna go right into this stitch here. Okay, we went to the left of where we ended. Slip stitch into that. Still looking at the wrong side of this. And then we're gonna turn it to face forward. Okay, next we're gonna slip stitch around the next post. So that would be here. We did one around here. And where see this white here, we're gonna go around that stitch there, like that. And do a slip stitch. Here's where we're gonna actually make the first little bunny paw. So chain one. Then you're gonna do 5 half double crochets around that same post that we slip stitched into. So right in here again. 1 half double crochet. And then again, it's kind of like you're doing the crocodile stitch. So if you know how to do that, that might help you kind of visualize what's happening here. We're just continuing to go around the same post over and over. So that's 3. And then 4. And 5. So that's his hand. It's gonna end up like that. Now to bring us to the next post, we're going to slip stitch around the next 5. So we have the one we put the paw in. This is the next one here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 should be your last white one there. Okay, and we created sort of a little line here for the base of the rabbit's head. And now we're going to do the next paw. So just like the first one, you're going to chain 1. And then you're going to do 5 half double crochets around that same post. So around this one. Oop, don't do like I just did and accidentally go around the green. You want to keep it around the white one. Looks a little off now, but it'll come together, okay? So now we're going to slip stitch in the same space that we made the paw. So that same white post there. Do a slip stitch in there. And then we're gonna chain 1 and turn it. So now we're facing the inside. And then starting from the first stitch on the rabbit's head, we're gonna single crochet in the next 3. So here's where all those 5 double crochets were put in for the rabbit head. this is our first space for a single crochet. So just look for that first V. Okay. So we got 1. Oops. 2 and 3. And now we are where the ear is going to go. So for the ear, you're going to chain 3, triple crochet in the base of the chain 3. So like a I don't know if I'm saying this right, a peacock or peacoat stitch. You're gonna after you do your triple. So first let's get ready to do the triple crochet, and then you're gonna actually connect it here like that, not in the same stitch that it was made, which is here. Okay, so not in the regular V like you do, but into these two pieces like that. Okay, so we're gonna do our triple crochet into there. Then you're gonna chain 4, and you're gonna slip stitch in that same space that we did the triple crochet. So again, go into those two again, not into the regular V on the side. Slip stitch there. And now we made the first ear. Alright, so keeping it facing this way. Single crochet in the next 2 on the head of the bunny. So we already used that stitch, that's where the ear is. So 1 here, 2, and we're going to make this ear the same way we just did that one. So that's chain 3, triple crochet into the base of that chain, chain 4, and then slip stitch in that same space again. And now you got your second ear. So here's what he should look like from the front so far. 2 ears and 2 paws. And then on the bunny's head, we've got 1, 2 stitches left. So let's do a single crochet in those last 2. And then to kind of just bring it all together, we're gonna do a slip stitch around this post here, which is actually like behind the paw, so no one's gonna see that. And then just fasten off, and we're gonna hide that tail end. I'm just gonna cut that off, weave that in through the back. This is actually the point where you do need this thing. So, yep, just weave that in. This is how I do it. I kind of go like through in the middle of yarn. I don't go like in the stitches fully. So in other words, I'm like splitting the yarn as I go. So I feel like it holds better. Let's pull that through. Cut the extra. you've got your little bunny sheep. Okay, and then the rest of this is on the blog, which is linked below. It shows you how to, you know, stitch the little hand. This one, I didn't do a really neat job on there, but you know, you want it like that. And that's just a simple little X that you do with pink yarn, and then just pop in those 6mm eyes, and that's pretty much it. Hopefully that video was nice and clear. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. And yeah, you can pretty much put this little bunny on anything. Even like the edge of a blanket would be really cute, or on a hat, anywhere really that you have. I guess if you have 6 stitches, you can make him. Alright, thanks for watching.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?